This has got to be my favorite campsite that I've been in. Oh, it's just been great. I've been able to come out here on these logs and like do Tai Chi, yoga, stretching, dancing. Been here all alone. Lots of rocks, lots of flat places. Places to dig cat holes. Places just to walk. It was gorgeous at sunset. I'm just letting my little ground cloth air out. It did rain some more. Everything else is pretty much dry. Here's my little stuff where I slept. Great spot. Can't believe more people weren't here. This place probably would hold like 50 tents. This is yet another wonderful creek called Bear Creek. And thank heaven there is a bridge to go over it. This is going to be my last water for the next 5 miles going up. So I'm going to get a bunch and drink it. Awesome. All right, I've collected water. I have my bottles filled, so I'm not stuck in the same situation as I was the other day when I had to ration. Drank like a bunch. I'm good. I'm just gonna switch out of my super gross sweaty shirt into my other gross sweaty shirt. Yeah. Good thing this doesn't have smell-o-vision. It's pretty bad. I rinsed out my tights in the stream back there because I accidentally got excited and peed on myself yesterday. When I took off my backpack, I guess I'd held it too long and my bladder just wanted to go, so I rinsed that out. And yeah, I rinsed out my bandana that I've been blowing all my bloody snot onto. So a little bit cleaner, not that much. I'm ready to go get more dirty. This trail really makes you appreciate the flat parts. It's usually only flat when you get to the top of a climb before you start going down again. I noticed that the valleys don't stay flat very long. And I kind of even don't like that because you know that you have a big climb coming up. But right now I'm on top of Bear Ridge and it was about 4-mile climb up switchbacks, and now got this beautiful flat part on top. It's sandy, not rocky. It's like heaven. This is like my fantasy of a forest. No undergrowth. You can see we've got these really tall pine trees. Kind of narrow, not the real big fat ones. It's like you can just walk. There's no underbrush. Like if a bear was coming, you could see it for a long way away. This is incredible. Why can't the forest be like this in Alabama? Of course, I do keep seeing like black blobs for like, I think it's a bear. It doesn't hurt that this is called Bear Ridge. But it hasn't been one. I mean, seriously, I know I keep going on and on about this, but like, where is the underbrush? It looks like parkland. Like this was specifically like cleared out. You could just like walk until you fell off the cliff, of course. Lots of place for pooping. Too bad I don't really want to stop and poop. I was looking over here to the side and look what I saw. It's like this huge pile of like loose rock, like shale. I don't know what that is. It's crazy just sitting there. What kind of tree is this? It's like a tree with no bark, or is that the bark? I don't know. The tree's crazy looking. Look at this. I've just been following this stream forever. It's so beautiful. It's got this great pool. Fun to swim in if it wasn't so cold. I did wash my shirt. I mean, look at my campsite. This is isn't this like perfect? So it's just like the regular, every day like at 3, it starts with the thundering. But yes, every night I say this is my best campsite. And tonight I really mean it. No idea how happy I am to see the sun. Oh my gosh. The monsoons, I thought it would be like an hour long storm, but instead it's like hours and hours, and my stuff never gets a chance to dry out. And then the next morning I wake up, and even though it hasn't rained all night, it's still wet. Like the tent and ground cloth are just completely sopping, which doesn't make any sense. You'd think that it would dry some overnight, I guess, just the moisture in the air. So then the way the granite cliffs are, the sun doesn't like hit your stuff to dry it out. If it could just hit the ground cloth for like 20 minutes, it would dry it out like significantly. But it never does seem like it does, based on the way the mountains are. So anyway, I'm walking, stuff wet in my backpack, and I come across the sun like 20 minutes after I start walking. It's like the most beautiful thing around Sally Keys Lake. But I can't stop now because, of course, I need to keep walking before the rain starts again this afternoon. This looks like how I would imagine Maine to look like. These thick, lush woods and the lake. Maybe Minnesota. Maine. It is joys like this when you come across this beautiful meadow and you're out of water and there's a stream with just enough of a current to get some. Perfect. I mean, look at this meadow. After so many days of seeing the really tall mountains, it's interesting this mountain like just goes into like a valley or mountains that aren't so tall. I know they said that the eastern Sierras, they like rise up out of nowhere, so maybe that's facing the east. I'll have to look on my compass and find out. Okay, well, I checked the compass and that's actually to the west. So I remember somebody was telling me that the mountains to the west are like real gradual before you get to the Sierras. So maybe that's kind of why they're a little slopey and gradual. So then on the east, apparently they just come up out of nowhere from being perfectly flat. And there's a hiker that I have been passing back and forth. Young guy. Okay, 1 mile to the MTR trail where I can charge my stuff. One of my problems I've been having is that I just don't want to eat anything. I had to get rid of my stove because it was too heavy. And then all my food, it's like, I don't mind if it's like room temperature, like lukewarm or not cold, but when it's cold, I don't like it. And when it's wet on the outside from rain, I don't want to touch the container, and the container seems nasty. And then I hate high-fat food, so I don't really want any of my nut butters or anything like that. I ate the whole thing of just tortillas, like dry. But everything just seems like too much trouble. What with trying to get stopped before it rains at 2 every day. So it's been a struggle.